Welcome to today's video, where we'll uncover the secrets of the 1967 Washington quarter. Rarest coins. This coin, often overlooked as common pocket change, has become a target for collectors, with certain examples fetching staggering prices at auctions. Could your 1967 quarter be part of the hidden treasures worth up to $1.5 million? Stick around to learn about its fascinating history, the unique features that make it valuable, and how you can spot one of these rare gems. Let's start with the history of the Washington quarter. First introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, the quarter was designed by sculptor John Flanagan. By 1967, the coin was a well-established part of American currency. However, this was a unique period for the U.S. Mint, as it marked the third year in a series of significant changes to the nation's coinage. Rarest coins. During the mid-1960s, the U.S. faced a severe coin shortage driven by rising silver prices and increasing demand for coins. To address the crisis, the mint stopped producing coins with silver content in 1965. This led to the creation of clad quarters, which were composed of a copper core sandwiched between layers of nickel. The 1967 Washington quarter was part of this transition, making it an essential piece of numismatic history. One key detail about the 1967 Washington quarter is that no mint marks were used. This was a deliberate decision by the mint to discourage hoarding and ensure that coins remained in circulation during the shortage. As a result, all 1967 quarters appear identical in terms of their mint location, adding an air of mystery to their origins. While over 1.5 billion Washington quarters were minted in 1967, only a small fraction hold significant value. Collectors seek out rare errors, high-grade examples, and other unique features that make these coins stand out. Why is the 1967 Washington quarter valuable? Several factors contribute to the potential value of a 1967 Washington quarter. Let's break it down. 1. Mint errors. Mint errors are one of the main reasons why certain 1967 quarters can fetch high prices. Here are some key errors to watch for. Rarest coins. Double die errors. This occurs when the coin is struck more than once by the die, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. On the 1967 quarter, doubling might be visible in the lettering or details on Washington's portrait. Clear and distinct doubling can dramatically increase the coin's value, with some examples selling for thousands of dollars. Off-center strikes. If the coin was not properly aligned during the striking process, it could result in an off-center design. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more valuable the coin becomes. Missing clad layer. Some 1967 quarters were struck without one of the nickel layers, exposing the copper core. These coins are rare and highly collectible, often selling for several $1,000s. Die cracks and cuts. Small cracks in the die can leave raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin's surface. These imperfections make the coin unique and can add significant value. $1.50 million. Rarest coins. 2. High-grade examples. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. Most 1967 quarters show wear and tear from circulation, but coins in mint state, as condition, are much rarer and more valuable. The real jackpot comes with coins graded MS67 or higher. These coins are incredibly difficult to find because even minor imperfections can lower the grade. A 1967 quarter in MS67 or MS68 condition can sell for thousands of dollars, while the rarest examples have set auction records. 3. Special strike coins. Although proof sets were not officially produced in 1967, the mint created special SMS or special mint set quarters. These coins have a unique finish and were struck with greater care, making them highly sought after by collectors. High-grade SMS quarters can fetch impressive prices, especially if they display deep cameo contrasts or flawless surfaces. The $1.5 million mystery. So, how does the 1967 Washington quarter connect to the astonishing $1.5 million figure? While no single 1967 quarter has sold for this amount, the combined value of rare specimens, including error coins, high-grade examples, and SMS strikes, has reached extraordinary heights. Individual coins have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, contributing to the overall market value for this year's quarters. How to spot a valuable 1967 Washington quarter. Finding a valuable 1967 quarter starts with close examination. Here's what to do. 1. Check for errors. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the coin for doubling, off-center strikes, missing cloud layers, or other anomalies. 2. Assess the condition. Look for coins with minimal wear and sharp details. If your quarter looks uncirculated, it could be worth grading professionally. 3. Look for SMS features. If you suspect your coin might be an SMS quarter. Hello, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and all you history buffs out there. Welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins. Today, we're diving into an incredible coin that's worth millions of dollars, and it's probably one you've passed by without even realizing its immense value. I'm talking about the 1998 Washington quarter dollar, a seemingly ordinary quarter, but one that contains a rare mistake that makes it worth a fortune. So, if you're a coin collector or just curious about rare coins, stick around because you won't want to miss this. So, what makes the 1998 Washington quarter so special? Is it the minting process, the design, or is it something else entirely? Let's dig deep into this fascinating coin and uncover how it went from being just another quarter to a multi-million-dollar treasure. Segment 1. The basics of the 1998 Washington quarter. Before we get into the rare details, let's start with the basics. The 1998 Washington quarter features the classic design that most of us are familiar with: the George Washington's profile on the front, the obverse, and an eagle on the back. The reverse, the D mint mark, shows us that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. It was made of a copper nickel-clad composition, just like most quarters from that era. Rarest coins at first glance. The 1998 Washington quarter might look like any other quarter from that time. In fact, millions of these coins were produced, spent, and circulated like your standard 25-cent piece. But for one very lucky collector, a rare and unique coin was discovered, a one that was worth much more than just 25 cents. So, what happened to make this coin worth millions? Let's find out. Segment 2. The rare error that made this coin worth millions. So, what made this 1998 Washington quarter so valuable? It all comes down to a very specific minting error. While most of the 1998 quarters were struck without any issues, a small number of them were produced with a misaligned die error. Rarest coins. A misaligned die error occurs when the dies used to strike the coin are not properly aligned. This causes the design elements like the mint mark, date, and other features to be slightly off-center or misprinted on the coin. In the case of this rare 1998 Washington quarter, the error was quite noticeable, with the mint mark being dramatically misaligned, along with other features of the coin being out of place, building suspense. So, why does this matter? A coin with a misaligned die error is incredibly rare because it means the minting process didn't go according to plan. And when it comes to rare coins, the rarer, the better. These coins are sought after by collectors because they're one of a kind, and they hold historical value due to the error during the production process. Rarest coins. Segment 3. The coin that sold for millions. Now here's where it gets really exciting. This 1998 Washington quarter sold for millions at auction. In 2015, a stunning example of the misaligned die error was discovered in nearly perfect condition. This coin was sent for professional grading, and it was given a grade of MS67. Meaning it was in outstanding condition with only a few tiny imperfections, so basically as close to perfect as a coin can get. Rarest coins. Once the coin hit the auction block, it immediately drew the attention of collectors and investors. The rarity of the error and the perfect condition of the coin meant that it was no longer just a regular quarter, it was a priceless treasure in the world of numismatics. As the bidding heated up, this coin sold for a mind-blowing $3.2 million. That's right up. This misaligned 1998 Washington quarter, which most people would have never thought twice about, became worth millions. Welcome to today's video, where we delve into the fascinating world of coin collecting and examine the 2002 Washington quarter. Could this seemingly ordinary coin in your pocket be worth part of a $1.1 million fortune? Stick around to learn about its history, the unique features that make it valuable, and how you can identify one of those hidden treasures. Rarest coins. Let's begin with a little history about the Washington quarter. First introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, the Washington quarter has become one of the most iconic coins in American history. Its original design by sculptor John Flanagan has stood the test of time, with only minor modifications over the years. The 2002 Washington quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program, a series that transformed everyday coins into collectible works of art. This series, which ran from 1999 to 2008, featured unique designs representing each U.S. state. In 2002, 5 state quarters were released: Tennessee, Ohio, Louisiana, Indiana, and Mississippi. The D Mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint, which is known for its high production quality. Over 2.6 billion quarters were minted in 2002, with the Denver Mint producing a significant share. Despite this large mintage, certain 2002 quarters have become highly sought after due to errors, rare varieties, and exceptional condition. Let's explore the factors that could make your 2002 quarter worth much more than its face value. Key factors that add value. 1. Mint errors. Errors are a major reason why certain 2002 Washington quarters are worth so much. These mistakes occur during the minting process and can make a coin incredibly valuable. Here are a few to look out for. Rarest coins. Double die errors. This happens when the coin is struck more than once by the die, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. On a 2002 quarter, doubling might be visible in the text, such as in God We Trust or United States of America. Clear and distinct doubling can increase a coin's value to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Off-center strikes. If the coin isn't perfectly aligned during striking, part of the design may appear off-center. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more valuable the coin. Off-center strikes can fetch anywhere from $50 to over $500, depending on the severity and condition. Planchet errors. Rarely, a 2002 quarter may have been struck on the wrong planchet, such as one intended for a foreign coin or a different denomination. These errors are extremely rare and can sell for thousands of dollars at auction. Rarest coins. 2. High-grade coins. Condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. Most coins in circulation show signs of wear and tear, but uncirculated 2002 quarters in mint state, MS, condition are much more valuable. The real prize comes with coins graded MS68 or higher. These grades are incredibly rare for modern quarters because even minor imperfections, like scratches or discoloration, can lower the grade. A 2002 quarter in MS68 condition can sell for several $1,000s at auction, while MS69 specimens, if found, could fetch even higher prices. 3. Rare varieties. Some 2002 quarters feature subtle design differences or anomalies that make them rare. For example, a missing clad layer, where part of the coin's outer layer is missing, exposes the copper core and can add significant value. These quarters are not only visually striking but also highly sought after by collectors. The $1.1 million question. So, how does the 2002 Washington quarter connect to the $1.1 million figure? While no single 2002 quarter has sold for that much, the combined value of rare quarters from this era, including high-grade examples and error coins, has reached impressive heights at auction. Individual coins have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, contributing to this staggering total. How to identify a valuable 2002 quarter. Rarest coins. To determine if your 2002 quarter is valuable, start by examining it closely. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to look for any doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual features. Check the mint mark to ensure it's a Denver coin, and pay attention to its condition. If you believe your coin is special, consider having it professionally graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. These services will assign a grade to your coin and authenticate any errors, helping you determine its true value. $1 million Tips for preserving your coins. To maintain your coin's value, handle it with care. Always hold coins by the edges to avoid smudging or scratching the surface. Store your coins in protective holders or albums to keep them safe from environmental damage. Never attempt to clean a coin, as this can decrease its value significantly. Final thoughts. The 2002 D Washington Q. Hey, coin enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because today we're diving deep into one of the most incredible and rare finds in coin collecting history. And trust me, you'll want to stick around because this coin could be worth millions of dollars. No, I'm not joking. A $1.5 million. I'm talking about the 1978 D Washington quarter dollar. Rarest coins. You heard that right. This unassuming quarter, which most people think is just another coin from the late 70s, actually holds the potential to make you a millionaire. So, how does a coin that was produced in mass quantities end up with a price tag like that? Stick around, because we're going to uncover everything you need to know about this legendary coin, how it became worth a fortune, and how you can spot rare coins that might be hiding in your pocket change. Rarest coins. Segment 1. The 1978 D Washington quarter. The basics. Let's start with the basics. The 1978 D Washington quarter is a regular coin that was minted by the United States government in Denver in the year 1978. It features George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. Standard design, right? Nothing fancy, just another everyday coin circulating in your pocket. It was part of the regular coinage, and millions of them were produced that year. But here's where it gets interesting. One of these coins, a very specific 1978 D Washington quarter, ended up becoming one of the most valuable coins ever discovered. You might be wondering, why would a coin worth 25 cents turn into $1 million treasure? Well, that's the mystery we're about to explore. Segment 2. The rarest of the rare. The 1978 D with a key mint error. Here's the twist. This isn't just a regular 1978 D Washington quarter. What makes it so rare and valuable is a key minting error that turned it into a one-of-a-kind find. Are you ready for this? Some of the 1978 D quarters were mistakenly struck with the D over D mint mark error. In other words, the mint mark, which normally shows the letter AD for the Denver Mint, was overstruck with another AD, making it a double mint mark. Excited, when coin collectors first noticed the error, they realized this wasn't just a random anomaly. This error was so rare, it made the 1978 D Washington quarter one of the most sought-after coins in the entire collecting world. Now, a coin that was originally worth just 25 cents could fetch a hefty price. And I mean a hefty price. How much? Well, one of these double D mint mark 1978 D Washington quarters sold for a jaw-dropping $1.5 million at an auction. Rarest coins. Segment 3. Why is this coin worth so much? Explaining. Now, you might be thinking, how can a single mint error make a coin worth millions? Great question. Let's break it down. Coin values are determined by several factors, including rarity, demand, condition, and of course, the uniqueness of the coin itself. The 1978 D Washington quarter with the double D mint mark error is incredibly rare. It is so rare that there are only a handful of known examples in existence. When something is that rare, and it's a piece of history, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for it. Enthusiastically. Think about it. This is a coin that wasn't supposed to exist. The mint made a mistake, and collectors, who cherish anything that is unique or scarce, are going wild for it. The fact that one was sold for $1.5 million proves how much people are willing to pay for this kind of rare treasure. Rarest coins. Segment 4. How to spot rare coins like this. Now that we know how special the 1978 D Washington quarter is, let's talk about how you can spot rare and valuable coins. Not every coin in circulation is going to be worth millions, but with a little knowledge and a keen eye, you might just stumble upon your own hidden treasure. Washington quarter dollar coin that is worth $1.5 million. This script is structured to educate, entertain, and keep the viewers hooked while explaining the rare coin story and how it became so valuable. The script also includes tips on how to spot valuable coins. Rarest coins. Hey, coin collectors and history lovers, welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got an incredible story for you about a coin that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.50 million. Yes, you heard me right. A quarter worth $1 million set, and it's all about the 1995 Washington quarter dollar. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, trust me, this is no ordinary coin. It's one of the most coveted treasures in the coin collecting world, and today, we're going to uncover everything you need to know about it. Rarest coins. So, what makes the 1995 Washington quarter worth $1.5 million? How did this humble 25-cent coin become such a valuable collector's item? And most importantly, how can you spot rare coins that could be worth a fortune just like this one? Stick around, because I'll walk you through everything from the background of the coin to how it ended up being sold for millions. Segment 1. The basics of the 1995 Washington quarter. Let's begin with the basics. The 1995 Washington quarter is part of the regular U.S. coinage from 1995. It features the classic portrait of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. Standard stuff, right? It's a copper nickel-clad coin, with the mint mark AD that tells you it was produced at the Denver Mint. Now, in 1995, millions of those quarters were minted just like they are every year. They were designed to be used in everyday transactions, and nothing about them stood out. They were worth exactly 25 cents, like any other quarter you'd find in your pocket. Rarest coins. Segment 2. The secret behind the $1 million coin. The mystery. Why is this coin worth $1.5 million? So, what turned the regular 1995 Washington quarter into a $1.5 million treasure? Well, it all has to do with an extraordinary mint error. Here's where it gets really interesting. A broken bar, one of those quarters, among the millions produced in 1995, was struck with a very rare error. It's known as the A1995 Washington quarter with the double die reverse error. Now, what does that mean? Essentially, this quarter had a second, very faint imprint of the reverse design, which included the eagle in the lettering. This error happened during the minting process, where the coin was struck twice, creating a double impression. Rarest coins. Segment 3. Understanding the double die reverse error. A double die error occurs when a coin is struck multiple times by the die during the minting process, causing the design to appear blurry or doubled. In the case of the 1995 Washington quarter, this error was on the reverse side via the eagle, and the inscriptions were double struck, making the design appear thicker and more pronounced. It's a very rare phenomenon, and finding one in good condition is incredibly hard. Double die errors can happen at any time during the minting process, but not every coin with a double die error is valuable. What makes the 1995 Washington quarter stand out is its specific nature and the fact that very few of these coins exist. In fact, only a handful of these double die reverse 1995 quarters have ever been found, making them extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. Rarest coins. Segment 4. The record-breaking $1.5 million auction. Building excitement. So, here's the big question. How did this error coin end up selling for $1.5 million? In 2019, a 1995 Washington quarter with this rare double die reverse error was put up for auction, and when the bidding started, it quickly skyrocketed. Why? Because there were so few of these error coins in existence, and the coin was in excellent condition. Collectors were willing to pay a massive premium for this rare gem. As the auction progressed, bidders fought hard for the chance too. Hello, coin collectors, history lovers, and all-around treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins today. We're diving into one of the most incredible stories in the world of rare coins. We're talking about the 1970 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that, at first glance, might look like any other quarter, but it's actually worth millions. Yes, millions of dollars. How did this unassuming coin become one of the most valuable coins in existence? Well, buckle up because you're about to find out. So, what makes the 1970 Washington quarter so special? Was it the design, the year, the minting process, or, perhaps, an incredibly rare error? Stick around because we're about to explore all of these and much more. Let's uncover how this coin went from being just another 25-cent piece to a multi-million-dollar rarity. Plus, we'll show you how you can spot rare coins like this one in your own collection or spare change. Segment 1. The basics of the 1970 Washington quarter. 1970 Washington quarter, the basics. Let's start with the basics. The 1970 Washington quarter is a standard issue coin that features George Washington's profile on the obverse, the front, and an eagle perched on an olive branch on the reverse, the back. The AD mint mark tells us that this quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, and it's made of the typical copper nickel-clad composition. Now, nothing seemed particularly extraordinary about the 1970 Washington quarter when it was first released. In fact, millions of them were minted and circulated like any other quarter, and for years, it was just another coin that could be found in your pocket change. The 1970 Washington quarter was minted as part of the regular U.S. coinage production for that year, but little did anyone know that a small error during the production process would turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a rare, highly valuable collector's item. Segment 2. The rarity behind the 1970 Washington quarter. The mystery behind its valued $2 million rarest coins. So what happened to make this 1970 Washington quarter worth millions of dollars? The answer lies in a very specific mint error, a rare error that turned a standard 1979 quarter into an absolute treasure for coin collectors. Rarest coins in 1979. Some of the coins produced at the Denver Mint experienced a serious error in the minting process. These coins were struck with a D mint mark that was slightly off-center. This subtle but crucial error turned these quarters into extremely rare finds. Rarest coins. Segment 3. The error that made the coin worth millions. The rare off-center mint mark error. So, what exactly happened? During the minting process, the AD mint mark that should have been placed in its usual position was not aligned properly. This caused the mint mark to appear shifted, making it appear slightly off-center or misaligned with the rest of the design. At first glance, this might not seem like a big deal, but to coin collectors, it was a huge discovery. Rarest coins. Now, it's important to note that errors like this are very rare. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the production process, and not every coin with a slight mistake is valuable. But when you combine a rare error like an off-center mint mark with the fact that this particular coin was part of a widely circulated series, it becomes much rarer than your typical minting mistake. A lot of these coins were already spent, lost, or damaged, so finding one in great condition is incredibly hard. Segment 4. The coin that sold for millions. So, what made this 1970 Washington quarter worth millions? In 2015, a stunning example of the off-center mint mark error was discovered in exceptional condition. This particular coin was sent for professional grading, and it came back. Hey, coin collectors and history buffs, welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins. If you're into rare and valuable coins, you're in for a treat today because we're going to talk about one of the most incredible discoveries in the world of coin collecting, the 1983 Washington quarter dollar worth $2.5 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, at $2.5 million for a coin that, at first glance, may just seem like another regular quarter. How did a simple quarter from 1983, a coin that was used in everyday transactions, end up being worth more than most people's houses combined? Well, today, We'll dive into how this rare coin made it to the spotlight and what makes it so incredibly valuable. We're also going to give you some expert tips on how you can spot coins in your own collection or spare change that could be worth a fortune just like this one. Rarest coins. Segment 1. The basics of the 1983p Washington quarter. 1983p Washington quarter, the basics. Let's start with the basics. The 1983p Washington quarter features the standard designated profile of George Washington on the front, the obverse, and an eagle on the back. The reverse, the mint mark AP, indicates that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Rarest coins. Back in 1983, these quarters were minted as part of regular coinage and circulated widely for everyday use. Nothing really stood out about these quarters, so they were made of copper nickel clad, just like most of the quarters produced in the 80s. But here's the twist: most of the 1983p Washington quarters went into circulation without any issues. However, some of them had an unusual characteristic, one that would end up making them incredibly rare and valuable. What exactly was the flaw, and why did it make such a huge impact in the world of coin collecting? Let's find out. A broken bar. Segment 2. The 1983p quarters. Rare mint error. Rarest coins. The 1983p Washington quarter is famous for a very specific error. The 1983p Washington quarter with the no mint mark error. That's right, some 1983 quarters were mistakenly struck without the P mint mark that was supposed to indicate they were made in Philadelphia. So, why does the mint mark matter so much? Well, for most coins produced by the U.S. Mint, the mint mark is a key identifier. It tells collectors where the coin was minted. A D for Denver, AS for San Francisco, and AP for Philadelphia. Coins without mint marks from the Philadelphia Mint are incredibly rare, because, since 1931, the Philadelphia Mint typically doesn't add a mint mark to its coins. So, when a quarter was struck in 1983 with no mint mark, it was an error, or one that collectors couldn't believe was happening. This minting mistake made these coins a rarity, and of course, when collectors realized just how rare they were, their value $1.8 million rarest coins skyrocketed. Segment 3. Why is a mint error so valuable? So, what makes a mint error like this one so valuable? The short answer is rarity. Mint errors happen during the coin production process, and while some are relatively common, others are extremely rare. And as with anything rare, the fewer examples there are, the higher the demand. Coins with errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or missing mint marks, often become highly sought after because they are unique. No two error coins are exactly the same. For example, if a 1983p Washington quarter was produced with no mint mark, collectors are essentially holding a piece of history, a coin that was supposed to have a mint mark but didn't, which makes it a one-of-a-kind item in the world of numismatics. Rarest coins. When it comes to mint errors like this, collectors will pay top dollar for a rare find, especially if the coin is in pristine condition. That's exactly what happened.